Cancer, I'm here to give you a message of the moment where we just dive into the energies currently in play and see how they're manifesting the path before you in your life. This is for any significant Cancer placement: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, a prominent placement in the 4th house. Or if you're a Capricorn rising, you may have a lot of resonance with this message because you are a Cancer descendant. These messages are timeless, so whenever you find them, the message is meant for you. And let's just dive into it without any further ado. Cancer, what is your message of the moment? What does Spirit want you to know right now? What do you need to be aware of? What's coming towards you? A little kind of blockage energy there, something that's creating disappointment. You're wanting to see something move forward, but something's getting in the way. Let's get some details about this and see what's going on here. I did get this sort of like energy of you're trying to balance out polarities. You might be really feeling the shadow light aspects of a situation. You might be in two minds about something, or you're dealing with somebody who is, which makes the situation rather vague. And it's that uncertainty, I feel, that's causing you disappointment because you're wondering, should I sit here and wait for things to develop further, or should I cut my losses and move on? Okay, so maybe somebody kind of has you a little bit by the short hairs, you know, like they sort of have you held up at the crossroads while they make up their mind, or they come to some kind of clear decision and you're feeling a little frustrated about this, all right? I think it might be kind of like stirring up your temper a little bit. I'm kind of feeling like a little bit of pressurized fire. And without a shadow card just popped out here, what do we got? Yeah, this person's indecision, inability to make up their mind, coming up in the shadow. Also, I feel like just kind of like juggling one option after the next. It's like as soon as you feel like the situation is kind of like stabilized, then everything kind of, you know, gets very flexible again. Maybe this is something the person tells you a lot. Be flexible, be flexible. You're tired of being so flexible. You feel like you've been extremely accommodating in this situation, and it's just getting more and more out of balance. Like you're wanting some kind of definitive answer here, I feel. You're wanting something to be very, very clear, all right? Let's see what this is about. What is this imbalance about? What is this imbalance about that's really frustrating Cancer, this indecision, being of two minds? What is this about for Cancer? What's coming in this regard? Let's see. It's taking its sweet time. Okay, I think it's also that, you know, it's like time is a resource. You feel like if this isn't going to pan out, you know, I could just move forward. Meanwhile, you know, like I'm sitting here wasting time waiting for you to get clear on what you're feeling. Okay, that's interesting. But the thing is, Cancer, is you do not have to waste your time. You know, if it's frustrating for you to sit here and, you know, kind of wait for somebody else to, you know, call the shots, it's time for you to kind of consider the way you're playing a role in the current frustration and disappointment, you know. You don't have to sit here. You can act of your own accord. You can decide you don't want to wait anymore. You know what I'm saying? With that, we got the 6 of Diamonds coming up in the light. There's some kind of helpful influence that's arriving on the scene. 8 of Diamonds also in the light, okay? I feel like maybe this could have something to do with finances. You know, maybe you were promised some kind of, you know, financial support. You've been waiting for this support to come in. It kind of keeps getting put off. Meanwhile, you're sort of trying to keep, you know, your financial equilibrium, your stability. I feel like you're getting some kind of help that's coming in from a new work opportunity. All right. And for some of you, this is to do some work on commission, or to do some kind of like freelance work. Maybe it's something you haven't really thought of doing before, but I feel like this is coming in to kind of like lighten the load. And I feel like as you start to pour your energy into this, a lot starts coming back. For some of you, this is something that you sort of set to the wayside for a while, you know. You were focused in other directions. You're getting back to it. This could be some type of cottage industry, something you're building for yourself. It could be, I get a sense of independence around it, you know. Maybe you're tired of always having to rely on somebody else to provide the financial support that you're looking for. And so you're wanting something where you have more agency, more control, all right? I feel like whatever this is, this work, you're starting to invest more energy in it, and it's starting to actually, you know, come back in return financially for you. That's helping you balance this out. You know, you might give you an opportunity to get a little ahead of some of those bills. Just give you a little bit of a cushion that helps set your mind at ease. I do feel like there's orders coming in. Okay, so some of you might be doing something online. You might be doing some kind of online commerce. You're setting up an online shop, or maybe you got an Etsy, something along those kind of lines. And I feel like you're starting to get orders coming in. So it's sort of like the universe is giving you a sign that as long as you put energy into this, it will give back to you. But if you kind of hold the line in certain situations where you give the power to another, all right, and you expect them to show up and, you know, pour into you, you're always kind of at the whims of this person's like mood proclivities. What an interesting word to come up. Yeah, I feel like this person is kind of fickle, and I'm getting a lot of like sentience around this. Like, you know, they promise you things and you count on them, and then you rely on them too much, and then when they don't follow through because they get distracted. I'm getting kind of like this like squirrel, you know, sort of energy where very easily, you know, their focus can shift from what they want to stabilize with you or what they want to build with you, create with you. In some respects, this may be some kind of financial partnering on something. But this person, they don't have the staying power. Like, they don't have the attention span. They're very attracted by like glimmery things. It's always off to the next thing. They talk a big talk, but they have very little follow through. And I feel like there's something about you like kind of moving away from relying so much on this person as a source of support, and maybe focusing a little bit more on where you can channel your energy on your own behalf. To me, it feels like something that you're developing, something that was already in motion. It could be like some kind of cottage industry. I got this. It's some kind of work you can do at home. It might involve online commerce, like I said, an Etsy shop. You kind of are start with this yourself. I feel that, you know, it's sort of like this interesting experience where you're frustrated with what you're seeing outside in your dealings with another person. It's sort of reflecting something you need to look at within yourself about the way you go after your own goals. It's like you kind of like don't go all in with this either. And it's time that you really go all in with it. If you go all in with it, then it's going to return in profits for you and support. And maybe it's also the same with this individual. You know, it's really interesting. A lot of times people don't think about that, the way that the material, what's going on with your, like, your stability, your financial reality, how much that can be reflected in the quality of your relationships and the types of experiences you're having. I mean, it's all rooted in material reality. And if you look at it, even with finances, it's just a currency. It's an energy flow, right? And to have things flow, there needs to be, you know, this real showing up for it and being engaged. And so I feel like there's something about this that where you are having challenges in your connections with others and getting on the same page. It feels like with one person in particular that you have certain agreements with, right? That might be financially based or very security based, like something around the home front, along these lines, okay? As you start to really take charge of this yourself and you gain this stability and you start pouring into what you can generate for yourself, the stability you can create for yourself, the financial support you can create for yourself, then it's like this starts to balance out with this individual, okay? Very interesting. Let's get some more details about this. This is like finding a new way to strike a balance in working towards something and working together. All right. I feel like there's some strong action that was taken here recently with the Ace of Clubs. All right. And it might have really felt like it hit you over the head, like a ton of bricks. This might have had you really angry. Somebody may have pulled something that went against an agreement that you had, and this is what caused things to go severely out of balance in this situation. Yep, somebody pulled some funny business here with the Joker in reverse. I think their antics were exposed. This could have been something that actually created a separation in this connection with the Two of Hearts here. For some of you, this is a romantic connection. For others of you, I pick up that it's just somebody that you really felt an affinity with, all right? There is like a soulmate connection here, but I'm not necessarily picking up that this is romantic. It might have been somebody that you had some kind of attraction to in the past, or perhaps you were with this person in the past romantically on some level. But there's definitely been some kind of separation here. There's been some kind of loss with the Five of Diamonds coming up in light here. But I think the problem has been this feeling of the way it's affected your stability. Okay, so this could give the vibes of like a family connection. Okay, there could be family involved in this situation. There could be a Queen of Hearts at the forefront here. This could be a mother that's playing a very central role. You could be a mother, right? This is also your energy here. Makes me think of your house in astrology, so it makes me think of the home. Something may have been disrupted on the home front by somebody you were romantically involved with, attracted to, or there could be a figure in the mainframe that is having some kind of sway over a family member that's causing these issues, that's causing disruption, all right? Because this character is moving in the shadow. This is somebody who's very emotionally manipulative. You may have somebody coming towards you. They're approaching you. You know, they want to balance things out. They want to work things out. But you feel like it might be just a little emotionally manipulative. And you could be dealing with another water sign energy, a Cancer like yourself, a Pisces, a Scorpio, all right? Again, there's a deep connection here, all right? But there's also a lot of shadow here. So this could be somebody that is sort of like an antagonist on your path. This is very interesting, you know. People always forget that soulmates can also be those who come to challenge you. They can be viewed as the nemesis, let's say, or that person who's really working against you. I don't know why I got these vibes, but I got like potentially like the romantic partner of somebody. Maybe there's a family connection, is the one who's kind of causing problems, causing issues with bringing things together here, or for there to be a balance of what was promised to you to be restored. And it feels like it's something that directly connects to your finances or your stability. And I do feel like there's some kind of, you know, movement forward coming here. Somebody is going to make like some kind of gesture. And it feels like it's to create healing in this situation, or let's get this on the same page. But I think you feel really like you're on your guard with this person, and there's something you're not willing to compromise here. You might feel like this person knows how to kind of like lay it on real thick. They work you. You feel like you can get easily manipulated by this person. They can really put you in your head, make you feel stuck, okay? And I feel like you're trying to prevent this, all right? There's something here that you're not going to put up with because you feel like if I give this person an inch, they're going to take a mile, and then I'm the one who's going to be stuck. I'm the one who's going to be stuck. This coming in, so I have to bring it in. In some cases, you might be sort of being worked by a person who's trying to get you to do something that you very well know could put you in a really bad spot, like could really get you stuck, and in fact could even get you into some kind of trouble. For some of you, it could get you into some kind of legal trouble. For some of you, it could put you in spiritual jail. Like, I'm getting this message, like, you know that something's not right here. Oh, that's a really interesting message. Okay, because right over here, we got Six of Hearts coming up in the light. This is a side message. This isn't for everybody. You may be approached by somebody who wants you to do some kind of like working for them. Okay, maybe they see that you have some kind of like alchemical gifts, you know, maybe you're a really skilled manifester, or maybe you do workings, maybe you're on some kind of like root work path or something like this. This is somebody who's wanting you to maybe do some kind of love working for them or do something to help them out with a soulmate or a connection. It might be like some quick, fast money, but you might not realize how much it could get you bound in this situation. You might be the one who pays the price if you do that kind of work. So there's like an ethical balancing out here. That's not for everybody. That's just one scenario there, okay? It feels like more a little side story, not the main story here, okay? That might be a clue. This person may have, talked to you about this before. This person moves like this, or maybe you helped them in the past in his situation, okay? Might be a little clue for somebody. Either way, I feel like you're really leery about this person, and then it is possible as well that there's somebody that feels like your soul family. I do feel like a strong family piece. So I feel like maybe there's some kind of disapproval from your family about this particular person that's approaching you. And you may be hearing from your family like this person's just trying to work you. And there might be something that you should be live here too, that you do want to be aware of, kind of like, protecting yourself. I got this because I feel like, again, this person's going to approach you. And if it is somebody approaching you romantically, this person's a real smooth talker. I mean, they know how to dress it up. They know how to make it sound really good. All right, they're going to lay it on thick. In some cases, this can be straight up love bombing. And I think there is this like connection there. There's like these soulmate vibes. But sometimes soulmates that are here to teach us some harsh lessons are the most seductive. Look at this. Coming in with the Jack of Diamonds in the shadow. This person will slow you down. They will slow you down. They will put blocks on your way to progress, okay? There's something here that you've been moving forward with. You've recently made an investment in a certain direction, okay? And I feel like it's with your finances, with your financial stability, really getting yourself in a good, strong place. 1711 on the clock. Like if you stay on track with what you're investing in right now, it's going to bring you into total alignment with your abundance, with your own stability. This will become like a non-issue, all right? And you won't be at the whims of this person's impulses anymore. I also feel like there will be steady growth, like you'll grow so quickly here. Maybe this person even sees that you're growing something for yourself. They see that you're really racing ahead, like you're having a lot of progress here. And so they might be coming in to kind of like distract you and sort of put a wrench in the works and slow things down. Be live to this, Cancer. It's really important. Let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got. Yes, okay? Stand up for what you built for yourself. Don't let this person get their mitts on it, okay? Because there is that vibe here, like somebody wants in on what you're doing, or, they say they know a way that you can move forward more quickly, but that way forward could actually land you in a hot water. There's like something here that you really need to stick to your guns and stand on your convictions in this situation, because it's best for you to bring this to an end. Like, you need to draw a line under the sand with this person, all right? It's closing this, all right? And closing this with this person, it brings you a new beginning and away from, being lured into a false start in love or a false start for a reconciliation. If this is like some kind of serious relationship, you create the karmic balance needed to close the cycle, and it brings you into balance, all right? It brings you into balance, and you can move beyond this disappointment and start to see a new way forward in your life, all right? And this new way forward, man, this is worth fighting for, because there's something really passionate that wants to come in here for you and kind of like light your fire again. And it's a Jack of Clubs, okay? Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, moving towards you very quickly. And there's some new direction here, okay, that can be explored, all right? I see that. But you got to be a little careful here, because sandwiched in between this impulsive move forward is also a 2 of Hearts in the shadow, okay? So there's more than one relationship here. And you need to be mindful of this. It's sort of like playing both ends to the middle. There's a firm choice that needs to be made here. But the person who's been throwing your finances out of balance, this is who you need to watch out for, okay? You need to turn the tables on this individual. And from there, you'll know how to move forward in such a way where you can avoid, you know, the fake. And you can get the real deal, the real fresh start in love, all right? There's an imposter here. Don't let them get the upper hand.